So the final part of our poem, we go back to the dreamer. And this is the dreamer speaking to us. So the dreamer is showing that he has understood what the cross has commanded. And he is basically showing us how the dream and the words of the Rood have transformed him. He has suffered. He has few friends. He knows that life is fleeting and impermanent. And basically, he says, I was compelled by joy where I was alone with few. I prayed to that tree with ardent zeal where I was alone with few followers. And then my heart felt an urge to set forth, to do as he has said, right? Now I live in hope, venturing after that victory tree, alone more often than all other men to worship it well. So basically he's saying, you know what? I might be alone. I might still suffer, but that's okay because I know it'll all be worth it in the end. He says, but forth from here they have set out from worldly joys to seek the King of glory. And then he goes on and on about how he is hopeful through his penance, through his atonement, through modeling this command and the life of Jesus and the life of the cross through by proxy, that he is now no longer uncertain. He knows that there is this kind of permanent place in heaven for him. He said that hope is made anew for those burning in fire. Hope is something for those who live with uncertainty. Jesus embraced the cross. He's triumphant. The followers embrace the cross. They're in heaven. I embrace the cross. I will go to heaven. Now you do the same, right? So essentially, the framework of this poem is that the cross models, gives a model for the dreamer, and the dreamer in turn is a model for us. And through that, we have this promise of permanence. And I think that there are some interesting parallels between the cross and the dreamer. The cross is the key to salvation and this kind of reminder of the need for penance and atonement. But both the cross and the dreamer are mediators and intercessory instruments of heaven. So basically what happens to the dreamer in the beginning of the poem, he has this vision of clarity. The dreamer comes to him, is a mediator, this intercessory instrument that says, look, this is a message to you. And in turn, the dreamer comes to us and says, look, this is my message to you. And if you listen to what I say, you too will have the same revelation. You too will have that same transformation. So that's it, really, in a nutshell. So there are also there's lots of ways that you can read this poem. Take in mind this is just my kind of reading of it. So I'm interested to see what you guys think and see the connections that you make with this poem and our other Anglo-Saxon poems. So I hope you enjoyed all of the readings from this unit. They're they're a lot alike in some ways, but they're also kind of different in others. And I think that the interesting thing to look at this is that we can kind of see the progression of poetry with the wife's lament being focused on, the suffering in the present and the earthly, and really no mention of religious contexts and anything to do with Christianity. And then we have the wanderer that has a foot in both the Anglo-Saxon and the kind of Christian camp, where they kind of, you see that there's still those like really strong tensions of, pagan, Anglo-Saxon, and this kind of conversion of Christianity. And here in the Dream of the Rood, you really, really see that total conversion of the people. So let me know what you think, and I can't wait to begin Unit 2 when we see a lot of these same themes that are present in all of the poems. This idea of penance, redemption, gift giving, the heroic code, this idea of honor and loyalty and love in some form or fashion, really kind of move forward and transform and mutate even more with the spread of Christianity and the result of the Norman invasion. So keep reading, and thanks for bearing with me and listening to me ramble on. So I'll be in touch.